Hello and welcome back as I am continuing my universe mode. We're in season 2, episode number 49. Wow, we're almost done another year here for the Monday Night Wars. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here in the Bob Cave. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all my social media platforms. If you haven't done so already, hey man, down below, that's where you're going to find me. Me, the B.O.B. baby. Let's get into it. Let's get ready to start this episode of Monday Night Raw. We got uh we got one match we're gonna play on here since this is the day after SummerSlam 1997. We do have a new WWF champion. We'll get into the show. This one is from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and it is on August the 4th, 1997. Let's get into it. WWF Raw. JR interviews the new WWF champion, Bret the Hitman Hart, along with the Hart Foundation, and HBK interrupts and says he isn't to blame for Bret winning the title. Match number 1, let's get into it. We got Ken Shamrock taking on Kama Mustafa. Just Kama at this point in time, but Ken Shamrock is going to get the dub over Kama. Match number 2, once this one goes away. Alright, we got Taka Michinoku taking on Brian Christopher. And Taka Michinoku is going to get the dub here. Alright, Taka getting the win. Next up, we got Vader and Hunter Hearst Helmsley along with China. This one actually ends in a double count out. We're just going to throw a random out there, see who they decide to let win. Alright, Vader getting a dub. Next up, we got the Patriot taking on, it should be the Sultan in this one, but we didn't do the Sultan, so we got Akira Tozawa, and the Patriot is going to get the win. Okay, so next up we got Ahmed Johnson, along with the Nation of Domination. Of course, Ahmed Johnson, and a new member of that faction, taking on Chains along with Crush. They're the only two we have for DOA. But Ahmed's going to get the win. But after the match, the Nation of Domination are going to beat him down. They beat him out of the group. So Ahmed Johnson paying the price and taking a beatdown at the hands of the Nation. As I said, was a member, not no more. Next up, we got the Godwins taking on the Headbangers. And the Godwins are going to get the win over the Headbangers, Phineas and Henry. Alright, match number 7 after this one. It's done loading. Alright, we got Bad Bunny in the position here. It's supposed to be Bob Holly, Sparkplug. We don't have Sparkplug downloaded right now. But he gets the win by DQ when Goldust comes out. Stomps Bad Bunny. Pillman stays in the dress another week. So, or no, Holly wins by count out. So that's the way that one ended. I do apologize for that. Alright, in the main event, we got one half of the WWF Tag Team Champions. Dude Love. Dude Love. His name is Dude Love, baby. Dude Love. Alright, that's enough of that. Dude Love taking on Owen Hart, the King of Hearts. The Black Heart, damn it. Not the Black Heart yet, though. Alright, we got Dude and Owen, one-on-one main event. We're going to play this one as the Dudester. His name is Dude Love, baby. Nice counter there by Owen. And a kick to the spine. Owen Hart taking control. Another shot. Dude hammering away, big rights. And then another big right after a sugar dug. Oh, jawbreaker. A little shuffle there by Dude. And here we go, Dude. Counter by Owen. Owen to waist lock. Now an Irish whip into the corner. I would set him up top. Super arm drag, got it. And dude kicking out at one. Side belly to belly by Owen. Owen Hart has been in control of this match. Off the ropes. Dude taking control. Hammering away on Owen. Double axe to the back, multiple double axes. Dude, snap suplex, a float over. Referee, not even a 1. Headbutt by dude. Another headbutt, a fallen one that time. Dude Love taking control, stomping away on Owen Hart. Left arm lariat there by dude. Another one by dude. And Owen rolling to the floor. Taking a breather. Owen Hart headed back in now. And the referee pushing dude back. Creating an opportunity for Owen. And a counter there by dude. Big forearm. Arm wrench into a side Russian leg sweep. Owen back on his feet. Not for long. Mat slam by Dude Love. And dude hammering away on Owen. Mat slam again. Headbutt. Another headbutt. A fallen one again by dude. Dude Love is in control. Mandible claw. Mandible claw is locked in. Dude Love from the top. Flying knee drop connecting. From the middle rope now, dude. Leg drop. And the dude getting funky. Dude wants him up. Double arm DDT now, Owen. Counters, beautiful arm drag. What a counter by Owen. Dude thought he had him where he wanted him. Needed a face by Owen Hart. And Owen going back to work on the leg. Back body drop by dude. Dude back on his feet. Owen rolling him up. Just a 1. Dude caught him. STO. Owen was going for a clothesline. Dude Love caught him. Jumping knee drop by Dude Love. And back in the ring we go. Mandible claw again. Dude, set him up. And a counter by Owen. He's going for that sweet shin music. And a counter by Dude. Dude missing the lariat. Belly to belly by Owen again. Scoop and a slam. Owen now dragging Dude Love away from the ropes. Off the ropes now. Hip toss. Dude with the counter. And a running DDT. Owen is split open. And here we go, dude. Set him up now for that sweet shim music again. Got it, that DDT. The double underhook DDT. Shit. Not enough. Owen float over into a net breaker. Now Owen hard from the top. Nobody home on that leg drop to the outside. Back elbow counter. Owen throwing dude into the guardrail. And a leg drop by Owen. Working the arm of Dude Love. Dude thrown into the ring post. And Owen taunting inside the ring. Referee up to a 6 count. Dude Love finally getting back on his feet. Dude back in the ring after teasing knowing he was going for a weapon. Dude with the DDT. Referee in position 1, 2, 3. Dude got the win after that DDT. Quick and sudden, I'll take it. Dude won this match after an assist by Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold hit Owen Hart with one of his slammies. Knocked him out cold. Gave Dude the easy win. Right here, multiple mandible claws. That sweet shim music followed up by that double arm DDT. And then right there, that DDT finishing off Owen Hart. 1, 2, and 3. And there you have it. There's your winner. Dude Love. Hey, Dude Love. Dude Love. His name is Dude Love, baby. Alright, Dude Love winning after a 4-star matchup. We're going to exit here. We're going to head over to WCW Monday Nitro, and we're going to set that one up to continue our Monday Night Wars Universe mode. Let's get into it. And this episode of Nitro is a very special one. So, by very special, I mean it is the 100th episode of Monday Nitro. And there's a very big main event set up. So, let's get into it. Let's set it up. And as you can see, it's the Go Home show before we get to WCW Road Wild. So, a lot happening here. Alright, let's go ahead and edit the matches and set this bad boy up. And this had a lot more matches than I can do. I think it has 10 or 11 on here. Hold on. 13 matches. So yeah, I had to pick we had to skip some, but we're going to talk about every single one of them, so don't worry. Finn, match number 1. We got Mortis taking on Kurt Hennig. I don't even know why I ain't got him on there, but that's fine, because he's in the NWO Wolfpack shirt. Okay. Alright. So Perfect and Mortis. Alright. Match number 2. We got a 3-on-1 handicap match. Alright, who's our enhancement guys on here? Let's do Ty Schmidt, Boston Connor. Those are, of course, Pat McAfee's dudes. Still don't know why they're on the game, but we'll do Noam Dar too. Alright, and then next we got a tag team matchup. We got Public Enemy in action. Johnny Grunge and Flyboy Rocco Rock. Blue Ridge. And AJ, works for me. Okay. Moving right along. Next up, we got the Cruiserweight title on the line. Of course, the guy we have as the champ right now is a light heavyweight, so we cannot have that strap on him. So it kind of lays dormant while this goes on, but yeah, right now the champ is Alex Wright, Dust Wonderkin, and he is defending that title against Scotty Riggs, who I think Scotty could technically be considered a light heavyweight as well. Right there, we got him listed as a heavyweight, so yeah. Okay, moving right along. Or should I say, whoever created him has him listed as a heavyweight. Alright, now we have Chris Benoit taking on Siggs. Okay. Alright, then we got Booker T taking on Vincent. We're not going to play that one. Barbarian taking on Rad. Alright. Conan versus Psychosis. Alright, then we got DDP. Taking on Ric Flair. With Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. Alright, and then we got the big main event here. We got Lex Luger challenging Hulk Hogan for the WCW World Heavyweight title. Alright. WCW World title on the line. Let's rock. Alright. So this is a 3-hour Nitro. We're not going to be 3 hours, but we are going to play 3 matches on this show. Since Raw was the day after SummerSlam, hey, we only did one on there. We did a whole show of Raw. Of WWF, should I say. But, alright, this is WCW Monday Nitro, episode number 100, from August the 4th, 1997. This one's live from Detroit, Michigan. It is the go-home show before we get to Road Wild 97. And let's get into a 3-hour show. Alright, Michael Buffer introduces the show. Are you ready? Now you know it's a big deal. We got Michael Buffer in this mother. Alright, it's the WCW champ, Hollywood Hogan and Eric Bischoff. Hogan says that Sturgis, he'll face Scott Hall. So, Hogan already saying who he's going to fight at Sturgis. Match number 1, we got Curt Hennig taking on Mortis. Mortis has James Vandenberg in his corner. We don't have Vandenberg, but hey. And Curt Hennig is going to win this one with the perfect plex. Or the Hennig plex. Hey, Dusty. What's up, bud? My cat Dusty over here. Meowing his life away. Alright, next up, we got a video package on Sting. Match number 2, we got Hector Guerrero and Chavo Jr. taking on the U.S. Heavyweight Champion Jeff Jarrett and Dean Malenko with Deborah. Dean Malenko and Jeff Jarrett get the win. Mean Gene interviews Raven and Stevie Richards. Match number 3, we got a 3-on-1 handicap match. Lenny Lane, Scott P. Moore, and El Dandy taking on the Giant. And the Giant's going to win this one. We got him taking on Ty Schmidt, Boston Connor, and Noam Dar. Alright, as I said, Giant winning. Match number 4 up next. We got the Public Enemy. And they're actually taking on High Voltage in this one. Robbie Rage and, what's the other one? Kenny Chaos. And right here we got him taking on AJ Hawk and Ridge Holland. We are going to play this one as the Public Enemy. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Alright, let's do it. Alright, Rocco Rock starting off against AJ Hawk. A nice front backbreaker there. Missed a headbutt. A running attack attempt there by Hawk, but not to no avail. Running elbow by Rocco Rock. Irish whip now off the ropes. Rocco with the kitchen sink and a tag into Johnny Grunge. Johnny now from the middle rope. Flying front dropkick. Don't know what that was technically, but it connected. Johnny nailed him with it. And a counter there by AJ. Spinning discus clothesline. Nice move. And a tag into Ridge Holland. Running DDT. Knee lift by Johnny Grunge. Another falling headbutt. Into the corner. Here we go. Double team move now by Public Enemy. Front gutbuster. Nice double team. Rocco Rock in. Rocco with an elbow drop. Missed the headbutt. Ran right into a DDT. Alright, and the Flyboy working over Ridge now. Double ass to the back, and here we go. Rocco Rock. Hammering away with those strugs. Headlock. And a punch and back clubs now. Multiple back clubs. And a double axe. One more time. Back club. Rocco's biting his head. He just split him with that. Bulldog, a face buster. Rocco lighting him up with some forearms. Running elbow, not today. Swing bottom. He raged up, but Johnny nailed him with the DDT. Jumping knee drop. Double foot stomp. Come on, ref. The double foot stomp was enough. Alright. I'll take it. Public Enemy with the win. Yeah, their moves aren't set up on here. That's what I hate about it. I mean, man, I can get their move list together in no time. I probably already have it written down. But as you can see, Public Enemy just dismantle on these two men. Right there after the double foot stomp. Rocco Rock taking out AJ Hawk and finally getting the pin and the win over Ridge Holland. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na na na. Public Enemy victorious. Alright, 2.5-star matchup. Let's exit here, and we're just gonna keep on rolling, baby. Alright. Mean Gene interviews the Cruiserweight Champion, Alex Wright. And the Cruiserweight Champion, Alex Wright, defends the title against Scotty Riggs. And Alex Wright is going to get the win. Mean Gene then interviews Lex Luger. And match number 6. We got Chris Benoit taking on Siggs. And Benoit is going to get the win by DQ. When Jeff Jarrett and Dean Malenko attack, Mongo comes out and he helps out Chris Benoit. He comes to his aid. Alright, Mean Gene. Well, not before we get there. Match number 7, we got Booker T with Stevie Ray taking on Vincent. And Booker T is going to get the win. Mean Gene interviews DDP. Match number 8, we got the Barbarian taking on Wrath, along with James Vandenberg. We are going to play this one. And we're going to play it as Wrath. Alright, let's get into it. Wrath and Barbarian, two big men. Went for a running boot. To start things off, running, swinging neckbreaker there by Wrath. And Wrath now struts in the face of the Barbarian. Double outs by Wrath. Big boot. Barbarian ran right into that one. And Wrath now setting him up, hooking him. Got him up and down. Nice vertical suplex. Running clothesline, not today. Barbarian, multiple kicks. And thrown back in. Into the corner. Counter. Wrath, nice counter after that side kick. Scooping up Barbarian and slamming him down to the mat. And Barbarian is down. Wrath headed up top. Wrath, flying body splash connecting. Will that be enough? 1, 2, no. Not nearly enough damage done yet to the Barbarian. Caught him. Power slam off the ropes. Hook in the leg. 1. Just 1. Irish whip, Barbarian countered. A duck by Barbarian. Thinking belly to belly. Wrath raking the eyes. Wrath gonna press him and slam him down. Barbarian making him pay for taunting. Barbarian with that running boot. And it's headed to the top. Wrath is down. Barbarian waiting for him to get up. Wrath sidestepped him. And Wrath stretching the face, the nose, and the mouth. Rev caught him. Uranagi. That might be enough. 1, 2. And I kick out at 2. Rev nailed that Uranagi. I thought that might have been enough. Off the ropes. Barbarian hooking him. Barbarian with the meltdown. He nailed Wrath with his own move. And Barbarian went for the pin. Wrath kicking out, and Wrath back on his feet, angry. Standing clothesline. To the outside. What a plancha by Wrath. Wrath, some strikes on the back elbow. Manhattan drop. Knee lift, he just split Barbarian open. Headbutt by Barb. Wrath sidestepped him. Wrath caught him again. Uranagi. Both men are down. The pin after that Uranagi, that might be enough. 1, 2, 3, and Wrath got him. What a hard-fought physical contest. I don't think if Wrath pinned him there, he might not have had another chance. Right here, Uranagi won. Barbarian nailed him with his own finish, the meltdown, and then that second Uranagi. And Wrath just barely having enough to put his arm over top of the Barbarian. 2 and 3. And Wrath is the winner. Wrath is victorious after this contest. But hey, that is not it yet. Still plenty more to go. 3-star matchup. Let's exit here. Alright, and we're just gonna keep on rolling, baby. Alright, after Wrath gets the win, Mean Gene interviews the Steiner Brothers with Ted DiBiase, and the WCW Tag Team Champions, the Outsiders, interrupt. We get the 1-800-COLLECT Road Report with Lee Marshall from Denver, Colorado, where Nitro will be emanating from next week. Match number 9, we got Konnan taking on Psychosis with Sonny Ono, and Konnan is going to get the win. After the match, Ray pulls the wool over K-Dog's eyes and nails K-Dog with the crutch. Match number 10, we got Damien and Silver King taking on Glacier and Ernest the Cat Miller, and Glacier and Ernest are going to get the win. Eric Bischoff comes out and he comments on Larry Zbyszko and the Giant putting their hands on him, and then J.J. Dillon comes out and interrupts. Match number 11, we got DDP taking on Ric Flair with Curt Hennig, and DDP is going to win this one by DQ when Curt Hennig attacks DDP. Match number 12, we got Villano 4 and 5 taking on Liz Mark and Hector Garza, and the Villanos win. Mean Gene interviews J.J. Dillon, and Sting answers the call. Sting rips the contract to take on Curt Hennig. It's not who he wants, and Sting rips it right up. Match number 13, what we've all been waiting for, the main event. The WCW World Heavyweight title is on the line as the total package Lex Luger challenges Hollywood Hulk Hogan for the title. Let's get into it. We are going to play this one. Let's rock. Luger and Hogan on the 100th episode of WCW Monday Nitro. Hogan starting off with the running clothesline. Leg drop to the arm. Hogan going right to work on Luger. Hogan from a sidewall slam into a power slam. And Hogan hammering right away on a total package. Back elbow, Luger called him. And Luger has been waiting for this chance, this opportunity. Elbow drop by Lex Luger. For someone here in WCW to get the opportunity, Hogan with the spine buster. Luger rolling to the floor, Hogan out after him. Hogan suplex on the floor on Luger. Hogan out after Luger. Luger scooping him up. Front backbreaker. Hogan back on his feet. And Hogan throwing Luger in the ring. Rake to the eyes. Hogan working over Lex right now. Slamming him back first into the corner. Lex kicking out. Hogan going to work. Raking the face of Luger. Hogan with the bad suplex. Luger countered into a crossbody. And a mat slam by Lex. Luger got him up again. Scoop and a slam. And Luger tossing Hogan. Elbow drop, nobody home. Luger countering a double X. Luger setting him up. That adjustment pile driver connecting. Here's a pin on Hogan. 1, 2, not enough. Luger now has Hogan in the corner, stomping away on him. Luger pressing Hogan and slamming him down. And Luger got a neck vice locked in on Hulk Hogan, on Hollywood. Luger jumping elbow drop. Legs headed up top. That's no man's land for Luger. Luger looking to fly. Elbow drop connected. Luger caught him power slam. And you know what that's normally the prelude to, the setup for that torture rack. Hogan back on his feet though. And Hogan with that sidewall slam. Hogan now working the arm again of Lex Luger. Elbow drop. Another one. And a third, no. Hogan wrecking the eyes. And Hogan stomping away on Lex. Lex rolling outside onto the apron. And Hogan now pandering. Running shoulder thrust by Hogan. Knocking Lex to the floor. And Hogan exposing that turnbuckle. That steel turnbuckle. By removing that pad. Lex now working the lower back. He knows what he's got to do to get Hogan to submit to that torture rack. Another forearm. Luger is all over Hogan. Back elbow by Hogan. Luger out the back. Chop block on Hulk. Hogan on his feet. Luger missed the running forearm. Hogan, back body drop. Let's kicking out at one. Big boot by Hawk. Luger with the counter. Luger running forearm. Would that be enough to beat Hogan? 1, 2, no! And Luger posing for the crowd here. Off the ropes, out to the floor again, Luger. Showing that awesome display of strength. Letting the referee count. Hogan counters, knee to the gut. Low blow! A blatant low blow. Haha, I cost this off. Referee was putting the turnbuckle pad back on the turnbuckle that Hogan exposed. Luger down on the mat. Hogan in control. Luger outside, rolling to the floor. Hogan from the top rope. Looking to fly to the outside. Very uncharacteristic of Hogan. Hogan with the flying shoulder block. He connected though. Knee to the groin. And another one. Luger counters. And Lex is back in the ring. Off the ropes, Irish whip. Luger tossed him up. Legs, torture rack. Yeah, it's gonna be more than one. Hogan was hurt bad. Clothesline to the back of the head. Come on. 1, 2, no. Irish whip off the ropes, no. To the apron, Hogan right out after him, guillotine. Hogan from the top. Nobody home that time. Luger counters, backbreaker. Lex waiting for Hogan to get back on his feet. Double axe, no, Hogan counters that time into a backbreaker. Hogan, Irish whip into Luger. Into nowhere. Now Hogan going back to work on the arm. Finally doing some damage. Leg drop on the floor. Hogan just connected with it. And Luger's on Dream Street. Luger thrown back into the ring. Hogan with an elbow. Leg drop again. Luger kicking out. Hogan with an elbow again. Breaking the eyes. Dude, Hogan's all over my ass. Leg drop to the arm. Hawk is relentless in his attack right now. Luger, small package. Big boot. Ah, he got me, damn it. Alright, we're rematch now, goddammit. Whew. We're gonna take a brief intermission before we do that. Nah, it ain't happening like that. 4-star, yeah. Good match. Really good match, but nah, we ain't going out like that. We're only playing one on ECW, so... Just give me a sec, brother. I'll be right back. Alright. Oop. Alright. Go ahead and pause this real quick. Alright, guys. Go ahead. Take a break. This is a brief intermission. Go use the bathroom. Get something to eat. Take a smoke. You know, go get a breath of fresh air. Do whatever you gotta do. But you get your ass right back here for this match. Hey, and I'm playing on Legend, man. You win some, you lose some. Hollywood is like, I don't know, overall. They're probably about the same, roughly. So, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. Hard fought match, though. I gotta get Hogan to use that resiliency early. So, be right back. Jack. Shit, kill myself. Alright. Let's get back into it. I apologize for the delay. Let's get a swig of Pepsi for the working man. Oh, yeah. Alright. Running high knee by Hogan. Knee to the face. A duck by Hogan. And a back body drop. Hogan with the headbutt. There we go. Luger at the counter, finally. Luger gonna press him. Military press. Elbow drop. Hogan went for a clothesline, but ate a back body drop instead. Elbow to the head there by Lex. And Lex methodical. Taking Hogan apart. Got the neck voice locked in. Hogan rolling to the floor now. Luger pumped. Hogan pandering to the crowd as well. Both men. Referee up to a 3 count. Hogan does not have to win this match. Hogan counter. Luger's pullback attempt. Into the corner. Hogan nailed him with the back hip tap. A hip attack. Can't talk. Hogan over the top. Headed up top. Nobody home on that flying elbow. And Lex with the big right. Hogan back on his feet. And Luger just shoving him. Big right hand by Lex. Hogan counters. Hogan with the headbutt. Elbow drop by Hawk. Hollywood rolling to the floor after Luger. Backbreaker. And Hogan choking Lex. Elbow drop. Another one. And the eye rake. Hogan stomping the mud hole. And Luger. Luger counters. Luger throwing Hogan into the guardrail. Into the steel steps he goes. And Luger back into the ring to break the referee's 10 count. Hogan went for a clothesline. And Luger just gonna throw him back into the ring. STO by Lex. Drop kick to the back. Luger hammering away. Knife edge chop by Hawk. Hogan drops him down to guillotine. And a kick out by Luger. Elbow drop again by Hogan. Nobody home on that one. STO. Elbow drop to the back. Luger staying in control now. Working over Hogan. Luger pressing him again. Military press. A pile driver. No, Hogan counters. Hogan now hammering away on Luger. Hogan stomping the arm. Back to work. He's just gonna stun me with that. Crocker shit, he's gonna hit me at the boot. Big boot! Alright, Ref, come on. Get him off me. Dragging me away from the ropes. Big right by Hawk. And knee to the face. Hogan now. Kick to the gut. Another one. And a short arm clothesline. Luger rolling to the outside. Hogan out after him. And Hogan throwing Lex back in. Hogan thinking body slam Lex with the counter. Hogan counters, knee to the gut. Luger counters. Big right hand by Lex. Luger. Shot to the gut. Luger at the running forearm, he nailed it. Hogan got the bottom rope and kicked out at the same time. Don't know how that happened. Lex is in control, choke toss. Luger at the press. Gorilla press slam. And Lex rubbing his face into the mat, elbow drop by the total package. And Hogan is done. Luger power slam. Luger wants him up. It's rack time. Hogan with that counter. Luger with the counter. STO by Luger. Luger working the arm of Hogan. Luger at the neck vice locked in. Alright. Get him up, Lex. Forearm. No, power driver. The adjustment power driver. Got it. The attitude adjustment from Luger. Come on, ref. Use the resiliency. Come on, Hall. 2. Yes. Alright. It's racking time. Ow! Hogan out the back. With a back suplex. Body drop, nobody home. Luger. Got it! Yes! We got a new WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Let's look at some highlights. Luger thinking pile driver. Hogan counters. Big boot there by Hawk. Luger nailed that pile driver though. Hogan missed the leg. And then ate the rack. And there you have it. We got a new WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Lex Luger defeating Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Alright. 4-star match. I'll gladly take that one. Alright, now we're going to head over to ECW. And we're going to play a match on that one. We'll set it up and then we'll play one. And then we out for this episode anyway. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here in the Bob Cave. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all my social media platforms. If you haven't done so already, hey man, down below, that's where you'll find the B.O.B. You already know. And as always, I want to thank all you community creators out there, past, present, and future, then, now, and forever. Cannot do this without you guys. Alright, on to ECW. As you can see, the go home show, the next show on this universe mode will be WCW Road Wild, so stay tuned for that one. Alright, we're going to go ahead and edit this show, and we're going to play the first match. Alright, custom match. You already know in ECW, it's extreme, baby. Alright, we got Rob Van Dam starting things off. Alright, RVD and Sabu. Well, RVD with Sabu taking on Mikey Whipwreck. Okay, and then we got Chris Candido taking on Spike Dudley. Same thing with that, we'll just keep it that. No gimmicks needed, Chris Candido. And Spike Dudley. Alright, let's get into it. Let's have it. Let's get to the show. Alright, this is ECW from August the 5th, 1997. Starting off the show, we got Rob Van Dam in action as he takes on Mikey Whipwreck. We're going to play that one. You know what? We're going to play as Sabu, and we're just going to maybe toss Van Dam some weapons here. We'll call this one. RVD going to work, hammering away. Northern Lights by RVD. Here we go, Whipwreck out on the floor. Sleeper turned into a stunner. Here we go, Sabu going after Whipwreck. Sabu, brainbuster on the floor. Out on the concrete. RVD now going after Whipwreck. Back suplex. Sabu's got a Singapore cane. Sabu with a neckbreaker. Drop kick to the back of Whipwreck. RVD in the ring as Sabu just lighting up Whipwreck on the floor. Van Dam stomp to the back, eating a neckbreaker. Whipwreck, springboard into a tornado DDT. Alright, so let's switch it. We're going to play this as RVD now. Let's get the controller. Alright, stomp by Whipwreck. Just want to play a little bit with Sabu there. Whipwreck got a ladder. Van Dam knows educated feet. Spinning leg drop. RVD. Springboard moonsault. Leg drop. From the top rope. RVD hitting the ropes now. Could be Rolling Thunder. Yes! Standing moonsault for the pin. And a kick out by Whipwreck. Nobody home on that spinning back kick. Van Dam counters. Northern Light suplex with the bridge and pin. 1, 2, no! Whipwreck kicking out. Oh, RED just threw it at him and split him open. Van Dam hoisting him up. No! Whipwreck rolling through with the pin. RVD counters. 1, 2, no! Van Dam missed that combination. Whipwreck firing back with a combination of his own. Northern Lights. Mikey nailed Van Dam with that trash can. Bit of a delay there on that attack, if I do say so myself. Whipwreck now going to work on the legs of Rob Van Dam. Irish whip into the corner. Running drop kick, nobody home. Van Dam counters Whipwreck again. Into that exposed steel. Japanese arm drag. Van Dam tosses him into the corner. Counter. Whipwreck counter. Van Dam not too happy about that spinning back kick by Van Dam. Springboard moonsault. Whipwreck back on his feet. Taking liberties now with Van Dam. Whipwreck nailed him with the table. Van Dam kicking out at 1. Leg drop. Whipwreck with the cover. Van Dam out before 1. Jumping elbow there by Whipwreck. Into that exposed steel. Whipwreck with the cover. Just the 1. Nobody home on a leg drop. And a back break. Whipwreck suplex. Van Dam setting him up. Front power slam. Here we go. The split leg moonsault. Got it. Van Dam back up. Van Dam gonna fly. 5-star frog splash. Van Dam to the outside. Van Dam's gonna get that ladder. Drop kick on Mikey. Van Dam with that German suplex. Springboard crossbody. Standing moonsault. Stay down, Mikey. Van Dam gonna put him through the table. Up and over. Nice suplex. Right through the table. Spinning back kick by RVD. Countered by Whipwreck. Springboard clothesline attempt, not today. Up. Whipwreck. Out the back. Chop block. Driving the knees into the head. Irish whip off the ropes now. Van Dam sidestepping that drop kick. Countered by Whipwreck again. The Whipper Snapper, he got it! Van Dam kicking out. Near fall there. Van Dam nearly paying the price. Van Dam climbing the ladder. Flying double axe on Whipwreck. Whipwreck again, countering that suplex. Shit. I need to end this. Forearm. Mikey getting the trash can. Tilt-a-whirl. Side slam. Elbow drop by Mikey, a jumping elbow. Mikey launching a trash can at Rob Van Dam. Leg drop to the arm. Just a two. Van Dam rolling to the floor. Sabu distracting him. Mikey at that springboard clothesline. RVD with that monkey toss. The monkey flip. Head scissors by Whipwreck. Van Dam to the outside, nobody home. Pile driver on the floor. RVD is down. And RVD is out. A pile driver out on that concrete floor. Whipwreck now. Waiting for RVD to get back on his feet. Drop kick, I guess, of sorts. Whipwreck. It's a dragon sleeper of sorts. Van Dam knees to the head. RVD, Alabama slam on the floor. Whipwreck counters, throwing RVD back in the ring. Van Dam from the top. 5-star connecting. That's it. Hard-fought win for Rob Van Dam, but a win nonetheless. Let's look at some highlights here. The Rolling Thunder by RVD. The split leg moonsault. The 5-star frog splash early in the match. The whippersnapper right there. Might have been enough. Then he caught that pile driver on the floor, Mikey did. And there you have it. Rob Van Dam victorious. As Sabu celebrates with them a 5-star contest. After a 5-star splash. 5-star frog splash, should I say. Rob Van Dam victorious. So after that match, Shane Douglas comes out and talks about ECW champion Terry Funk. RVD and Sabu interrupt. ECW champ Terry Funk does so as well. They go at it, and the locker room separates everyone. Match number 2, we got Spike Dudley taking on Chris Candido, who's out here mocking Taz. He's dressed up like Taz. And Candido wins this one. Then we get Taz in his dojo training. And the ECW champ Terry Funk gives his comments about facing Sabu in a barbed wire match. And Sabu happens to become the new ECW World Heavyweight Champion during that matchup. So we have a new ECW World Heavyweight Champion crown. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining me here in the Bob Cave. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on all my social media platforms. If you haven't done so already, man, hey, down below, that's where you'll find me, the B.O.B. baby. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank all you community creators, past, present, and future, then, now, and forever. Cannot do this without you guys and your wonderful